Welcome to 12th Maths Made Easy. In this section, we are going to discuss about algebra of statements. In last previous videos, we have discussed about what is the statement, what is the truth value of statement, what are the connectors or operators, and what are the shortcuts of and or single implication, that is conditional statement, biconditional statement, and negation. Then we discuss about how to prove equivalence of two statements by using truth table and what is the statement pattern, that is tautology, contradiction, and contingency by using truth table, and how to prove that equivalence of two statements by using truth table. Most of these things are depend upon the four shortcuts of AND operator, OR operator, single implication, double implication, that is biconditional, and last one is negation. Now, while using truth table, we use shortcuts, and by using truth table we also prove the equivalence of two statements. But there is another method to prove equivalence of two statements, that is by using laws. Logic is a part of mathematics. That means for logic also there must be some rules or laws, and by using these laws we can prove the equivalence of the two statements. Now, what are the laws? Here are some few laws. First, idempotent law. What is this law? P and P is equivalent to P. P or P is also equivalent to P. What is possible this? How is it is possible? Okay, first concentrate on the first part. P and P is equivalent to P. We know that shortcut for AND operator. If both are true, then the answer of AND operator is true. If both are false, then answer of AND operator is also false. That means both having same values, then answer remains the same. Here P and P, that means both statements having same value P, hence answer is P. In second part, P or P is again equivalent to P. Here we can use shortcut of OR operator. T or T, true. We can consider P as T. T or T is T. And if we consider P as F or F is again F. In this way, we can state that P and P equivalent to P. Same way, P or P is also equivalent to P. This is called idempotent law. Now, commutative law. P or Q is equivalent to Q or P. Similarly, P and Q is equivalent to Q and P. Now, this commutative law we also use from fifth standard. 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. We know that. We can also write 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. That means addition is commutative. Right? Addition is commutative. Same way here, OR and AND operation is also commutative between two statements. Then associative law. Now this is also applicable in algebra. We have already studied in 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8 standard. Okay, consider one example from algebra. 2 into bracket x plus y, 2 into bracket x plus y, which gives 2 into x plus 2 into y. That means 2 into this operation get distributed or associated with other p and q. Same way here p and in bracket q and r. Here we consider group as q and r is equivalent to p and q in one bracket and r. Here we consider group for p and q. If you change the group, the answer remains same. Same as algebra, 3 plus 5 plus 5. 3 plus 5 plus 5. Here we can consider 5 plus 5 in one bracket. Answer is 13. Or we can consider 3 plus 5 as one bracket plus 5. Again answer is 13. That means association means grouping. We can consider any group, any two statements in one group. But here one thing is important. In between any two statements, there is same operator. In first case, there is AND operator. In second case, there is OR operator. P or in bracket Q or R is equivalent to P or Q in bracket outside the bracket or R. That means if operator between two statements is same, then we can group any two statements as one group. Answer remains same. Now distributive law. P and in bracket Q or R. Okay. Now compare this with algebraic sum. 2 into x plus y. 2 into in bracket x plus y, which gives 2 into x plus 2 into y. That means 2 into get distributed over x and y. Same thing here. P and get distributed over q and r. Therefore, answer is p and q in first bracket or second bracket p and r. Same thing is for OR operator. Same meaning, same procedure. Now De Morgan's law. Now this De Morgan's law or De Morgan's, this is the name of mathematician who developed lots of theorems or formulae for mathematics as well as this logic. Now negation of P and Q. Negation in bracket P and Q. While we take this negation sign inside the bracket, it goes to both P and Q. But while doing so, you have to change this operator, middle operator, and into OR. Now result is equivalent to negation P or negation Q, or vice versa. If there is OR operator between P and Q, then after simplification it becomes AND operator and the negation goes to both P and Q. Now identity law. P and T is equivalent to P. How it is possible? Okay, let us consider P as T. P as T, because P has only two values, either it is T or it is F. Consider first case P as T. T and T, we know that T and T always T, that is again the value of P. If consider P as F, F and T gives F, which is the value of P. That means anything and t, anything and t always gives that thing itself. But P and F always gives F. Same way, consider two cases. First, consider P as F. F and F. F and F gives F. Suppose P is T, then T and F also gives F. That means in either case, P is true or F, P and F always gives F value. Now for OR operator, P or F is equivalent to P. Again consider two cases. First, P is T. T or F. T or F is always T, which is the value of P. If P is F, then F or F again gives F, which is the value of P. And last thing, P or T always gives T. You can apply same situations. Once consider P as T and second case P as F. You will get the same result. Then complement law. P and negation P is equivalent to F, while P or negation P is equivalent to T. Now try to remember these two important formulae or important laws. P and negation P is equivalent to F. Anything and its negation is always false, whereas anything or its negation is always true. Now absorption law, this is one exceptional case, or we can rather say that it is somewhat tricky law. P and in bracket P or Q is equivalent to P. Now focus on this statements on left side. P and in bracket P or Q. Outside the bracket, the statement is P and operator is AND. Whereas in bracket, again P is repeated, but P or Q, now within the bracket, operator is OR. But P is repeated two times, once outside the bracket and then inside the bracket. That means P is repeated twice, whereas operators, one is and other is OR. Now consider this weightage of statement. Here P has more weightage than Q. Okay, you can think logically by this way. More the weightage, answer the equivalence. In another part, P or in bracket P and Q, again P, because here P get more weightage than Q, hence answer is P. But remember one thing, there are two operators we use within this left side. One is outside the bracket and one is inside the bracket. Both are opposite to each other. If outside the bracket is AND operator and within bracket it is OR operator, in second case outside the bracket there is OR operator and within the bracket there is AND operator. Okay, you cannot use same operator throughout the left side. Now conditional law. Now we have already studied or we have already proved this thing by using truth table. P implies Q is equivalent to negation P or Q. That means negation of the first statement or second statement as it is. This single implication we can remove by changing or by adding negation to the first statement, then single implication changes to OR operator and second statement remains as it is. Whereas for binomial biconditional statement, P double implies Q, we can split this entire double implication into two single implication form. Simply P implies Q and Q implies P, like two-way traffic from P to Q as well as Q to P. Now apply this previous conditional law. P implies Q is nothing but negation P or Q, and Q implies P is nothing but negation Q or P. This is the law for biconditional. Now, by using these different laws, instead of using truth table, you can prove equivalence of two statements. By using laws instead of truth table, you can prove equivalence of two statements. Now, this thing is given in exercise 1.4. Question number 3. Without using truth table, prove that. What is the question? P and Q, or negation P and Q, or P and negation Q is equivalent to P or Q. On LHS, there are 3 brackets, right? Now, we can combine first 2 brackets. We can consider association. Association means grouping. We can consider group of first 2 brackets and the third bracket separately. P and Q, or negation P and Q, which is a group of first 2 brackets, or P and negation Q is the third bracket as it is. Now considering these first 2 brackets, what is the common? Here Q statement is common, but not only Q statement, the operator before that Q is also common, and take this common operator along with the statement outside the round bracket. We will get P or negation P in the round bracket and Q. Now square bracket completed, or P and negation Q. This is called distributive law. Now P or negation P, just we have seen that anything or its negation is T. Just anything or its negation, complement law, second part, right? Apply that law here. P or negation P gives T and Q as it is, round bracket complete, or P and negation Q as it is. Now again, T and anything, we know that T and anything is always that thing only. Therefore Q or P and negation Q. Now apply the distributive law. Distribute Q or operator over P and negation Q, which gives first bracket Q or P, and in second bracket Q or negation Q. Now apply the law on second bracket Q or negation Q, which always gives T. Therefore Q or P and T. And just we have seen that anything and T is always that thing only. Therefore Q or P, and which is nothing but P or Q, because Q or P and P or Q both are same because of the commutative law. And this way we can prove that LHS is equal to RHS. Now same way we can prove the second sum. Just go through this sum and try to solve the remaining problems from the same question yourself, which gives more confidence to you. Okay. Now in some board exams, question papers, they ask such type of question. Instead of using truth table, prove the equivalence of the following statements. Instead of using truth table means by using laws. Okay, another meaning is by using laws prove the following equivalence of statements. And this is the simple process, but just you have to know the laws, different laws, and meaning of that laws. Here some name of the laws are tricky or some difficult. You have to by heart this. There is no another alternative shortcut. You have to learn this. Okay. Now there is one more topic remaining in this chapter, that is electric circuit diagram, its symbolic representation, and the meaning of electric circuit diagram along with logic. We will discuss that part in next lecture. Till then, see you. Good night. Thank you.